Hey kids. Oh, my hair. Hey kids. How are we doing? I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are doing alright. I say that as if I'm like a hipster or something. I mean, I look like a hipster right now. What is going on with my hair? It's the wind. But yeah. So, I'm sat at Le Bar. Look, it's the river. It's the river in Bilbao. I'm getting better at Spanish, which is really nice, you know, since I'll be able to actually speak to the locals and actually, like, hopefully get to know people here. And yeah, overall, I'm doing a lot better now. Admittedly, I guess this is something I want to talk to you guys about, which is, once again, grief. Yay! So, I found, okay, so, like, there's the 5 stages of grief, right? Five stages. I think it's like, denial, anger, I don't know, it doesn't matter, because I'm gonna teach you guys something else. As I've always said, grief is the love that was never expressed, right? But I think that there are multiple forms of grief. And I still believe that grief is a love that was never expressed. Just in different ways, like, there's a loss, there's grief of love, grief of loss, all of the above, you know? And I think that it's a critical step to know what's holding you back from moving on. And that's the hard part, knowing what's holding you back. Because if you're not in tune with your emotions, if you're not aware of what you're feeling, or if you don't know what it is, then how are you gonna get over it, right? And I guess this is why I'm so focused or adamant about always having a definition for things, like defining what grief is, defining what love is, defining what forgiveness is. Like, my definition of forgiveness is understanding, because I can't come to forgive someone if I don't understand why they might have done something, right? And sure, I might not know their reason, but I can humanize it, right? So, in that sense, it's my definition. It's my thing, right? That's how I've come to learn what it is, or how I've come to accept things. And knowing what something is for you is critical, because if you don't know what it is, how are you going to get over it, right? And sure, to define is to limit, but to limit is to fix, is to resolve. So there are definitely things you should leave undefined, like who you are. Don't define who you are. Describe who you are, but don't define who you are. But define what your feelings are. Describe what they are and define what they are, because if you can define them, you can solve them. You can well, not solve them. You can find a way through it, because then you know where the problem lies. Love, to me, is inconvenience. So I know that if I love someone, I'll be okay with inconveniencing me. I won't get upset. I won't get annoyed. Forgiveness, to me, is understanding. I'm able to overcome something that someone did if I understand why they did it. And grief, to me, is a love that was never expressed, right? So in that sense, and dignity is like the self-worth of a person. So, like, the right to be equal. And all these definitions, they're important to me because they're mine, right? And maybe I'll do this with you guys, little exercises or like little moments where we write together, read together, and we have like children, like we have little dates with like parents and children with you guys, and we talk about what you've learned and like what you've defined things as, because I find it so important to know what you're feeling, because if you know, you can fix. And this was the biggest hurdle, I guess, with me moving on from Hannah, because admittedly I was being bashful, right? I was being very bashful. I was focusing on her wrongdoings and less focusing on understanding her wrongdoings. And because I couldn't understand her wrongdoings, or because I was focusing on her wrongdoings rather than why, I couldn't forgive her. I couldn't move on. It kept coming to me, right? So I kept going back in circles feeling like shit, because I kept thinking, why would you do this? Why would you do that? Rather than figuring out why she would actually do that. I forgot to humanize her because I was so filled with rage and upset that I forgot to humanize her. All I saw her as in those moments were a punching bag for me to spill out my anger and upset and injustice that I felt. And that's fair. Sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes it's better to do that, right? Though you also have to remember that they're human, right? The opposing person is also human, so you can't expect them to be perfect. You need to be able to rationalize, because when you're able to rationalize, you're able to understand, and when you're able to understand, you're able to move on. So, yeah. That's where I'm at. And I've been frequenting a really cool cafe that I want you guys, if it still exists when you guys are grown up, kids are grown up, I would love to take you, because it is absolutely perfect. It's so cute. Well, cute. It's my style. It's so my style, right? And I like it. I've been, I guess, not in a rut, but in a never-ending cycle of not knowing what to do with myself. Because I've been in a never-ending cycle of not knowing what to do with myself, because, how do I phrase that? There's so many things I want to do. And partially, I don't know where to start. But on the other hand, I can't start because I need money. And because I need money, I'm in this never-ending cycle of just focusing on work, and doing what I can to just get by. And it sucks, but to live a harmonious and balanced life, you need to have moments of monotone. So, it's part of living. And I know that it'll balance out at some point. So, yeah. Okay, now, admittedly, kids, I don't think I'm going to find your mother anytime soon, or meet your mother anytime soon, because a relationship just doesn't suit my lifestyle right now. I won't lie. It just doesn't. It really doesn't. I have high standards. I don't want to do long distance. And that's quite literally it. I'm gonna be moving probably every year, so for quite a while, I probably won't be dating or getting into relationships because it doesn't, it's lonely. Yeah, I'd love to have, okay, let me rephrase. I don't want a relationship, I want companionship, right? I yearn for companionship, and that's normal. That's human. It's just, it's hard to find companionship, people to hang out with, people that you can enjoy your time with in a foreign country where you don't properly know the language, right? So everything at its own pace. And I'll find my way through someday. It's just a little lonely right now, I won't lie. Maybe very much, maybe very lonely, but it's okay. And truthfully, I do miss my mother, but not in the sense that I miss her, but in the sense that I miss a maternal love, right? If that, yeah, I miss a maternal affection, which is hard to find because I'm not close with my mother, so yeah. Alas, we live and we move on. My hair looks fucking ugly from the front, holy shit. But it looks really nice from the side, I hope. Look at that. So yeah. And yeah. We live and we move on. If I meet your mother anytime soon, let me know. Because you guys will probably know sooner than me, right? If I meet your mother, you guys will probably know far sooner than I will. Well, kind of. Sooner than, like, the me that you're watching in this video, right? You'll know sooner than the me watching in the video right now, because, I don't know, I might meet her, and we might end up dating or marrying years after we meet. So, yeah, make sure to, like, yell at me and scramble to me, like, that's mom, that's mom, that's mom, when you see her for the first time, okay? I can't wait. Oh, man, I really hope that it's my kids watching these one day, and yeah, I look forward to having you guys and taking care of you and watching you grow up, because you're not even here yet and you're already everything. I think that's probably because in a way I really want to give the love that I didn't receive, right? In a proper, affectionate, caring way. But also, yeah, I don't know. I love you guys already, and you're not even here yet. Will you wait for me? Because I'm waiting on the train, but my train is later than everyone else's. I'm running a little behind, you know? So, yeah. I say that to the future love of my life as well. I hope that they're waiting for me. And if they are, I hope they don't feel forsaken, because I'm doing my best to get to them as soon as possible. It's just that my train is going a bit later than everyone else's. So yeah. But I'll leave it here for today. And I wish you guys... Oh, it is really hot today, by the way. It's like 34 degrees Celsius. Look at the sun! Wow! But yeah. Alright. I love you kids. Mwah. Stay safe, and I wish you all the best. And make sure to read and write. Please do it on paper. Please do it on paper. Please, please, please. Blah. Okay. Bye kids. I love you. Mwah.